Leave a comment, snide or otherwise.
Reverend Eagle condemns, man, we run into a situation state. We also know federal laws applicable in this situation when you challenging the federal and state now constitutions. Wisconsin now Article 1, Section 7, and we got U.S. now case law we gonna throw in by state versus money. We just want to wrap you in and let you know now this is what Reverend Eagle enjoy doing. But sometimes he get bored, get writer blocks, and he get on YouTube and see what they saying. If he thinking the same way they thinking, and if the law reading the same way as reading, truth can't be seen with the naked eye alone, especially not when a demon's telling you you don't know what you're doing. But people on YouTube saying the same thing that you saying, and the judges ain't judging right. I'm Reverend Eagle for Dead's man. Now it's a spiritual fight. Come here, Johnny.
What's up, everybody? Today is Supreme Decisions, and today I want to talk about transcripts. It may seem like something simple, but many of us are walking into certain issues where we're having to get them for either appeals or we're having to get them to go on to the second stages of even federal lawsuits. Now, the thing about it, it becomes a costly thing, and one of the biggest things that we'll run into is the fact that most of us have no idea, one, how to request them, who to request them from, and the next part is the request itself, how it needs to be worded, or who can get it either discounted or how to get it discounted. Well, one of the things that I'm going to give you today is Griffin v. Illinois, 1956, 351 U.S. 12. Indigents are entitled at public expense to transcripts, portions of the records, or alternative materials necessary to appeal. That's one of our greatest assets because that's part of the access to courts, I guess you would call that clause that's in our Constitution. Now, when we're following that, it also goes under Draper v. Washington, as well as Mayor v. Chicago. These are all old ass cases that go under Griffin v. Illinois. Remember, like I told you, Terry v. Ohio has several underlying cases that go for. But here's one that actually kind of goes on to expound on that. MLB v. SLJ 519 U.S. 102 1996. Now, this dealt with a mother's inability to prepay the cost of a transcript which is needed for appeal in a termination of parental rights action. This is also something that can be used in criminal actions because it was held to be a violation of equal protection and due process. In a criminal case, the state must provide an indigent defendant with a transcript of prior proceedings when the transcript is needed for an effective defense or appeal. Remember, I just said in other instances, not only appeal. They're required to show or to offer a transcript of the prior proceedings when it is needed for an effective defense. That's part of a vigorous defense. You hear me talk about that before too. And in Britt v. North Carolina, 414 U.S. 226, it follows the second part. The burden is on the state to show that a transcript of a prior proceeding requested by an indigent defendant is not needed for an effective defense or appeal. Now, these are the things that I speak about often. People want to say that the prosecutor who has prosecutorial discretion, which is a prosecutorial choice, which is also them cherry picking a case. Part of that cherry picking implies that they are willing to take on the expense of defending their stance, which is you don't need that transcript for an effective defense. Now, they must provide in writing why you don't need that, because they must be able to stand on that. If they don't, it is a moot point to which you are allowed and should win with. 3. Ordinarily, it is assumed that a transcript of a preliminary hearing would be valuable to a defendant without requiring showing of need tailored to the facts of the particular case. Because again, if you're requesting the transcript from prior hearings, it is automatically assumed that you're going to need them because that's part of the defense. So remember that, because you remember I talked about before in a video where I spoke about your defense not doing a vigorous defense. This is part of a vigorous defense. And it goes on in Griffin v. Illinois. There's also the 1956 case we just spoke of. And it held that criminal defendants may not be denied the right to appeal due to the inability to pay for a trial transcript. If a defendant is indigent, he is entitled to appeal without the payment of a filing fee in form of papyrus to a copy of the reporter's transcript, the verbatim account of the in-court proceedings, and is entitled to the appointment of counsel to represent him on appeal. And this also goes into, remember I told you, they go under federal guidelines. This one falls under 18 U.S.C. section 3006A as well as 28 U.S.C. section 753G. So understanding weaponizing your defense begins, ends, and continues with the transcript. Your inability to pay for it has to be shown and also has to be defended if it's not turned over. Remember, the motion to compel is something that must be turned over. It's not a choice. And if you're going to stand on something, it must be stood on in this manner. If you like what you're hearing, share this video. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment, snide or otherwise. But most of all, support the channel by joining or donating. These are the things that allow me to keep doing what it is that you guys hopefully enjoy and are able to use.
Reverend Eagle got it. Right there. As soon as they stopped, and this team. The Eagles say, hold on. We're in the city of Janesville, state of Wisconsin, United States of America. We got a few violations. Oh, my people. Reverend Eagle Cornelius, man. Heavenly Father, now help me wrap these looking in a loop. I'm a landscape technician at this point, my Lord. I have legal work to do, my Lord. I have a lot of things to do, my Lord. There's a lot of things that need to be done, my Lord, but I know in and through you, you don't allow me to work those external circumstances out, my Lord. Thank you. You said study your birds and I will find you. I find you everywhere I go. I watch your birds. I watch your ground. I watch for humans who love your nose and say they don't. Amen. We got a serious situation. What? Let's lock it in. Ain't no dead inside. On South Water Street, East Van Bridge. Ain't no dead inside. So somebody come through, they drunk. And shout out to the Janesville Transit System bus. Can't catch the route, but praying that the show that Reverend Eagle Cornelius, man, just did the Janesville Transit bus system. The city of Janesville, state of Wisconsin, United States of America, County of Rock. Go under advisement to some capacity. Got people turning in the right. They got people turning in at the left. The speed limit 25. We got humans coming in from the right. Humans coming in from the left. We got inclement road conditions. We got snow. It's cold. It's sick. But the Eagles trying to figure it out. They stay going. Can he be right? Can he be on something? Can he he be on something this time? Or is he bullshitting again? So let's figure it out. He said he a landscape technician. They say the black man don't know shit. So he will say y'all lying like a motherfucker. So somebody lying. East Van Buren Street, South Water Street. Yeah, got a situation here. The Eagles, they said we had an emergency Band-Aid. That was an emergency situation, rookie. We move this right here for a second. We see the hole right there. We ain't even play with it no more because it's cold. Why they ain't got this thing? Shout out to Mike. Hey, shout out to John. Me and John, we in love, rookie. You got to understand we in love, rookie. This is a love affair, rookie. What's that coffee doing up there? Ain't nothing like a warm, cold. They cut your bogey in your cup when you wake up, but come on now. Even the police probably gotta be mad. They gotta be mad about this. Hold on, my kid, what the hell is Stuart doing over there? What is this? God damn it, I'm gonna lock his ass up. What is he doing? Well, let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. I love you, but your ass is mine and my ass is yours. So let's figure it all out. God gonna let it work out. Let it all work out. You can put a dead body in there. You motherfuckers try to do something to the eagle. There's a trap, mother. What? Oh, they tried to trap the nigga. Fuck, they're hanging down. This was dead down to the right shit. Now, fuck the blood going to the bro. We got another crop for your stinking ass, and you ain't gonna really understand this one, motherfucker. We gonna put you in it. What? Right by the library where you stole my shit? Dirty motherfuckers. So the Eagles say he got a show like no other. Well, he's a landscape technician as well. What the hell? The show got to go on, rookie. I love you, Johnny. I love you, Johnny. So we don't see no people out here, so we get cut up a little bit. The blood was a good thing. He pissed the eagle off. He in love with God. He in love with God. He pissed off. Okay, well, I gotta work. So stop. I'm a landscape technician. Heavenly Father, let me rap. Buren Street, South Water Street, we got the top 3 crimes in the city of Janesville, state of Wisconsin, United States of America, County of Rock, disorderly conduct, drunk driving, and larceny. So if we can get some more illustration James by the library, don't go there. They don't probably, he go cold, but he got to do his